I'm James Caldwell, and welcome to the Classical Guitar Practice Room. In this series of videos, I'll be discussing basic classical guitar technique, and we'll look at exercises to help develop the left and right hands. We'll discuss organizing your practice time to make it more effective, and we'll look at warm-up routines and probably also some elementary repertoire. Playing the classical guitar is not easy. In fact, it's quite difficult, and we have to practice. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some basic exercises for the right hand. And I know this isn't my right hand, I'm left-handed, but for 95% of the population, this would be a right hand exercise. The right hand is notated in classical guitar music with the thumb designated as P, the index finger is I, the middle finger is M, and the ring finger is A. The pinky is really not used. So we have P, I, M, and A. The first two exercises I'll cover are basic arpeggio exercises, and I'm playing these out of Jason Waldron's Progressive Classical Guitar Method book. And these are, in my edition, are exercises 8 and 9. In exercise 8, it's a straight ascending arpeggio. So the thumb will play a bass note, the I finger will play the third string, the M finger will play the second string, and the A finger will play the third string. In this exercise, the thumb will advance and retreat across the bass strings, playing the sixth string, then the fifth string, then the fourth string, and back to the fifth string, and repeat. So it goes like this. This is a good one to practice to train your hand, to train the fingers to land on the string that they're supposed to be playing. You can practice this a couple of different ways. The first way is with sequential planting. And what that means is you never have more than one finger down at a time. So when the thumb plays, the I, M, and A fingers are free. But as soon as the thumb plays, the I finger lands on the third string. Then as soon as the I finger plays, the M finger lands on the second string. And as soon as the M finger plays, the A finger plants on the first string. And when it plays, the thumb goes down on the next string, which is going to be the fifth string. So you practice that slowly and very deliberately. Should sound like that. The second way I like to approach this is to allow the I, M, and A fingers to plant as a unit, and the thumb is separate, so you have two units. So what I'm saying here is when the thumb plays, I, M, and A all go down together. Then they come off one at a time. I, M, A, then the thumb goes down. It plays, and I, M, and A go down together. Then the thumb goes down. It plays, and I, M, and A go down. When you use this idea of group planting the I, M, and A and then the thumb separately, you'll find that your hand is very steady and you can get the speed up much quicker. Slowly at first. Okay, let's look at exercise number 9, which is a descending arpeggio. By that I mean the thumb will play, then the A finger comes down next, then the M finger, then the I finger. In this exercise we're using the same pattern with the thumb advancing and retreating on the bass strings. And because it's a descending arpeggio, really the only way to do it is with sequential planting, one finger at a time. Thumb plays, A goes down. A plays, M goes down. M plays, I goes down. I plays, thumb goes to the next string. And it can really only be done that way. Planting these three and then trying to come off, it's awkward and it's not going to work very well. So here we go, slowly at first. feel comfortable with that, you can try and bring the speed up a little bit. Okay, on to the next idea in the next group of exercises. These are coming out of the same book. In my edition it says Lesson 7 Right Hand Independence Exercises, and there's 3 separate exercises that go together. They kind of, one flows into the next. And we're still playing on open strings, so the left hand really can just, you can just rest it here. The thumb is still doing the same idea of advancing and retreating on the bass strings. As a matter of fact, the first exercise, it's exercise 18, is simply this, with just the thumb. Now, the next exercise, the thumb continues to do that, but we bring I, M, and A in on each beat. And the pattern is going to be I, M, A, M, I, M, with the thumb advancing and retreating. So here's exercise 19. So when we practice exercise 19, we can still plant the fingers. As soon as they play, the next pair of fingers, which is always going to be the thumb on the bass string, but the next finger on the treble string goes down. So I played thumb with I, then the thumb and M go down. Play those, and the thumb and A go down. We're back to the thumb and M. So if you do it nice and slow and very deliberate, you'll have this. Now on to the next exercise, exercise 20. It takes the same idea with the thumb advancing and retreating on the bass strings, and this time I, M, and A will play together, so you'll hear 4 notes together on each beat as a chord. And so on. Now when you practice this exercise, there's a couple of ways to do it. Exercise 20. We can play the notes straight up all together like I just did. Or we can try and stagger them, roll the chord. It's like a very fast arpeggio, but don't think of it as an arpeggio, just think of it as a rolled chord. It's good to practice that right here, because rolling a chord, separating the notes ever so slightly, is a technique in classical guitar that is used everywhere. It's just a way to be expressively different. Playing a chord or just sounds a little different. Also, if you're new to playing classical guitar and using your right hand like this, I find that a lot of my students, when they do these block chords, they're not really making good contact with all the fingers. But if you roll them, you can tell right away if you've got 4 notes coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if a finger's like not setting on the string properly, you won't hear it or it'll sound bad. So separating the notes tells you right away if your hand is being placed properly. So practice it both ways, with staggered rolled chords and with block chords. And like I said before, when you play the first beat, as soon as it plays, plant the fingers for the next one. Prepare. In slow motion, that's what it would sound like. Okay, now the idea with these 3 exercises is that you start with exercise 18, and you play it for a little while, and then you go straight into 19 without skipping a beat and play it for a while, and then you play 20. Go straight into 20 and play it for a while. I also like to back up, like play 18, 19, 20, then back into 19, back into 18, and just go up and down the page. So here I'll do that a little bit here. So here is exercise 18, just the thumb. And I should mention, on exercise 18, I like to plant my I, M, and A fingers on the treble strings. It steadies the hand, and it gives a good platform for the thumb to work from. Here we go, 18, just the thumb. 19. 20. You could do that all day long. It's a good practice, helps develop the independent motion of these fingers and the accurate placement of each finger. So do these until they're easy and sound natural. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more episodes of the Classical Guitar Practice Room. Thanks for watching. I've been James Caldwell.